Hi there, it's Jordan again, and today we're going to pull out that small block and start pressure washing her down. Gotta get Project Workhorse here ready for storage because I'm going to be away for a little bit and I don't want to leave her out so she can get rusty. Well, it says heat up the engine. I don't think that's going to run. So the goal is to go ahead and get as much oil off that thing as I can, just so that I can go and reapply some later. Funny how I'm planning on doing this, but I want to make it squeaky clean. It says let it sit for 15 minutes. I don't think I want to do that. I'm a little impatient. Kind of want to just go and hit straight to the pressure washer. I really should be nicer to this engine. I always clean it again is what I'm kind of thinking, and that can of gunk was only like $4. Oops, out of gas. Yeah, you gotta flood that thing to turn it off. Nothing else works. So, it cleaned up real good with the pressure washer, made pretty quick work of a lot of that gunk and grease and all that. Oh look, somebody did a bad paint job. Man, I'm gonna have to fix that, make my yellow nice and pretty when it comes time for painting. But pressure washer got rid of all that orange stuff. I can't remember the name of it right now, that gasket material. So that's good. Right here was actually caked in the stuff and all came right off. So that's nice. I figured out why that bolt was in here in the front here, and that's because it's a part of the oil galley that runs in there. I didn't know they had it because the newer block that I have doesn't have an oil galley connected to that bolt hole. But it cleaned up real good. There is one thing that I find kind of funny about this that I noticed the other day. But if you look in this little port here, let me see if I can line you up and not get the shadows in the way. I don't know if you can see in there. There's like a bolt or something to the other side. But there's no signs of anything on this side of the block, which is weird. I don't know what that's about. But now I'm just going to oil it up and put it back inside the shed, wrap it in plastic, and call it good. And that will be it for Workhorse videos for at least 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, so I got this crank all cleaned up here, and now I'm going to start lubing it up so that it doesn't rust while it's in storage. I actually went to the store earlier and got some rags and oil just for this portion of today. Plus I was already there to buy the gunk, so it all just worked out. Hey, this bag opens easier from the bottom than the top. There's actually quite a few of these in here. They're probably going to be really linty, but that's fine. First, we're going to wipe down all this very light, rusty kind of crap that's on here already from just getting it wet. Just get that kind of polished off a little bit. And then from there, I'm going to start spreading the oil on another rag to cover up all the plain bare metal to give it a layer of protection from water. So, now I got the engine in position. We're practically going to do the exact same thing we just did with the crank. We're going to wipe down the bores, try to get that water out of there, try to clean her up pretty decently. I'm trying not to stand in the way of the camera. That would be rude of me. But just wipe them all down. Just not too super thoroughly, but just get them cleaned out. Now, this bore needs to be honed. That I determined just now. Even after having the piston move in there and having the pressure washer and everything, that needs to be honed. And this just so happens to be cylinder number 5, which was the piston that didn't want to be a piston anymore. Mid-video while I was recording that last one there, and it stopped it right when I was starting to get into oiling the engine back up, which I practically have finished now, and I'm not going to go and redo it. So I'm basically going to just say to oil it up, you do the same thing that you did to dry out the bores, just with oil on the rag. And in my case in particular, you want to go and try to spread it on the sides here and everything, because this is all bare metal and I don't want that rusting and have to paint over or clean up and then paint where it rusted, when I could just have it where I just spray another can of gunk on it and give her another spray down with the pressure washer, and that'll take good care of it. So that's pretty much it for this video. What the heck just fell on me? So we just cleaned up the engine, gave it a real good pressure washing, oiled it down so that she's rust preventative reasons, and we did the same thing with the crank here. That's pretty much it for the engine. I am going to be selling all of that stuff there, and I am going to sell everything that's under here, which is the old school small block heads. I got 2 intake manifolds that fit that. One's a square / spread bore, the other one's just a spread bore. And then over here we have all the throttle body injection stuff. I don't want it anymore. I'm going to sell it so I can make some money to buy better parts for Project Workhorse. So that's the plan. So in about 2 weeks here, I'm going to probably get to working on selling all the things. I'm going to re-clean this, and I think I'm going to buy the paint so I can start painting her yellow, so that I can get the block nice and pretty and ready for reassembly. So that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all the other YouTube stuff, which I don't even have monetization on, so why does it even matter if you do any of that? Just subscribe. I just want you guys to watch it. I don't care about anything else. So, thanks for watching. This is Jordan signing off.